So we've been working with this client for roughly around 4 months now. And when they came to us, and in the first month working together, we increased that ROAS to like a 3.5. Second month, we increased the ROAS to like a 3.8 or something. And now it's currently above a 4x ROAS. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what we did to take them from a 1x ROAS to a 4x ROAS while still continuously scaling their account. So just to show you the results. So in the month of May, we did 19 lakh rupees. Then in the month of June, we increased that to 24 lakhs. And now this month, so far we have done 27 lakh rupees. And all of this has been possible while still maintaining their ROAS and continuously improving their ROAS. And if you see from the time that we started working together, that was in the month of April. So in the last 4 months that we are working with them, we've done 91 lakh rupees. And this month we would be crossing the 1 CR mark. And all of this we have done while still maintaining their ROAS. So in today's training, I'm going to show you exactly the strategies that help us go from a 1x ROAS to a 4x ROAS in just 4 months while still scaling the account. And every month we are reducing the ad spend, but the revenue keeps on increasing. So if you stick till the end, you will walk away with actionable insights that you can apply for your brand and get similar returns. And just for context, this store is 100% prepaid orders, so we don't have the COT option. And because of all these things, we have a really healthy profit margin as well. So the break-even ROAS is roughly 1.8x. Here are some of the numbers as well. So in the month of March, before working with us, they were getting a 2.8x ROAS. But after working with us, we reduced the spend on Facebook, we reduced the spend on Google, and we increased the ROAS to 3.4x ROAS with almost similar revenue. Next month, we faced some inventory issues, so we had to scale things back down because one of their best sellers went out of stock. And as soon as that was back, we started scaling back up again. And from a 2.8x ROAS, we brought it to 3.7x within 3 months of working together. And yeah, so basically then we were aiming for 30 lakh months as well. And this is with the Google ads as well. So before working with us, they were getting a 3.8x ROAS, which is good, but we knew there was a lot of scope for it. So we came on board and made the changes that I'll talk about in this video. And it went from a 3.8 to a 5.05x ROAS. Alright, so now that you've seen the results and you know exactly what this kind of strategy can do for you, so the first step that actually helped us increase the ROAS and was deeply understanding the audience and their pain point. And I know most of you already want to click off the video because this is the boring stuff. Nobody wants to do this. Most of the agencies, freelancers, media buyers, they skip this step and they directly head over to the ads account to make changes in the account structure and duplicate campaigns, scale things up. But if you just get this right and you implement, I can guarantee you that your results will be better than what they are right now. So what I want you to do is write down 10 reasons that will stop your ideal customer from buying from your brand right now. And this could be anything. This can be something related to do with the pricing, with the quality, with the your return policy. Maybe they're not sure about how the product would work. So come up with multiple different angles about this and feed those angles into ChatGPT and come up with 20-30 more other different angles. And once you have these angles, what we like to do is we like to go on Amazon or Flipkart and try to see a competitor who's running similar products. Go to their review section and try to figure out some patterns. Maybe try to see a common pattern on what the reviews are talking about. What do they dislike? What do they like the most in the product and everything. Is you would create copies, creatives, and you would tweak your website copy as well so that it answers all these questions that your ideal customer has. And normally when you run a split test, what you'll realize is that 2 or 3 objection handles work really well. So maybe that the objection angle that is working well is the pricing angle. So what you want to do is then double down on these angles and come up with multiple other angles around it. So what I mean by that is for the pricing angle, what you can do is you can come up with multiple ways to solve this angle. Maybe you can justify the price with value, you can show the craftsmanship and the quality of the product, you can focus on exclusivity, you can anchor the price with another product, and then you would repeat the whole cycle again. And then let's just say the first angle worked really well, that is where you justify the price with value. You would then go a step deeper with the cost per usage. And here's an example of how to do that. So you can justify the price with value, and over here you'll notice as well that one particular angle works really well. So then you will go ahead and create multiple other sub angles around it. So for example, let's just take justify the price with value is working really well. You would then create sub angles around this. So you would highlight the benefits. So you can focus on the outcomes that your product provides. For example, invest in better sleep with a mattress, wake up feeling refreshed, blah, blah, blah. Cost per use, like break down the pricing and show them how much it will cost them to use the product every day or every month. And you can also focus on savings over time. And these are just 3 angles that, I just found over the top of my head. So finally, how your account structure would look like is that you would have one ABO campaign, you would have one ad set multiplied by the number of the initial objection handlers. So remember the 10 problems that I told you to write down. You would have those 10 problems written down here. And here's how the Facebook ads account structure would look like. Now I can't show it to you in details because this is one of our active client accounts. But what you'll do is head on to create new campaign, select the objective as sales, select a manual campaign. You can name it whatever you want, but just for the sake of this video, we'll name it as ABO objection handling test. And now this is the main part. So when you head over to your ad sets, what you want to do is have one ad set for every objection. So let's just say this is the first main objection, that is objection 1. And let's just call it pricing. And then in the ads, what you'll do here is you would talk about all the different ads that you have that talk about your pricing angle. So let's just call this as ad number 1. So you put 1 here. So if you have one creative that you like to test, then you would have one ad. But let's say if you have 5 creatives around the pricing angle that you would like to test, then you would duplicate this 4 times because we already have it once over here. And then inside of every ad, we would put the different creatives that we have. So this would be the second creative, this would be the third creative, this would be the fourth creative, this would be the fifth creative, and so on and so forth. And then once you have, and this is just for one angle. So now when you want to test a different angle, you would just duplicate this, you would change, and this is just for one angle. So when you want to test the other angles, what you would do is you would just duplicate the ad set, you would change the angles. So instead of pricing, let's just say this is the second objection that they have is trusting your brand or trusting your product. Now you would create a different ad set for this entire objection. And then you would test multiple different angles and multiple different creatives that solve for the trust issue. And then let's just say you have 3 ads that you would like to test, then you would just run 3 creatives here. And what we like to do is we like to normally test at least 10 different types of objections. So basically you would then just follow the same structure here. So you would duplicate the whole ad set over 8 times, because then you'd have these 2 plus the 8, you would have 10 different ad sets, all talking about different type of objections that you normally have. And then you would notice that certain ad sets are really crushing it, certain ads are really working well. And then you would just go on scaling that, and I'll show you with a live example here as well. So here's just to show you a small example. So in this particular campaign, we noticed that this ad set was working really well compared to the other ad set. I mean, this particular objection handling angle. So what we did was we initially started out with around 3 to 4 ads, but the moment we noticed that that angle was working really well, we doubled down on handling that particular objection, and we came up with multiple different ways to play around that, and we came up with multiple different creatives and copies just to handle that one particular objection. So this is what the current ad structure is looking like. So we noticed that some sub angles work really well, so those are the ones that we kept pushing, and we tested out a lot of different copies, creatives as well for this. So this is basically the whole structure, and then you would keep on repeating it, and we like to maintain a separate scaling campaign. So this is just a testing campaign that you're seeing. So once we have the winners, right? So again, let's just say this ad set is the winner, and out of these, we see that, okay, this creative is working well, this is working well, this is working well, these are also working well. And we have a lot of creatives that are working well. So we would take like 3 to 4 creatives, our top performing creatives based on cost per purchase, number of purchases, ROAS, purchase value conversion, and then we would duplicate it in the scaling campaign. So this is more like a testing campaign, and then whatever works well here goes in the scaling campaign. Yeah, that is like the overall Facebook ads account structure that we use across multiple different clients, and it's getting us really good results at the moment. And here's another brand as well for whom we made the similar changes, and took them from a 3.7x to a 4.2x ROAS just within 2 weeks. And here's another client as well. They spent 5 lakh rupees, made back 53 lakh rupees just by churning out these winning creatives, winning angles, was working well and scaling that. And with the Google Ads account, these are the key changes that we made that took them from a 3x ROAS to a 5x ROAS. First of all, we enhanced the search campaigns. So basically we added more keywords, and we started using broad match with smart bidding to increase high intent traffic. We also focused on standard shopping campaigns, and we introduced a really low target ROAS, around a 1.5x, which was actually below their break-even as well. Their break-even was somewhere around 1.8 or something. And this just helped us to boost the brand visibility, and also had a lot of traffic coming in. And because we already know what objections people had, and we had the answers to tackle those objections on the website as well, this traffic started to convert at a much better conversion rate, which further boosted the Google Ads results. Then we also combined broad match in search and low target ROAS in shopping to give Google better signals, resulting in more quality traffic and conversions as well. We also optimized a lot of targeting. We improved the shopping feedback score by optimizing the product titles, descriptions, using custom labels to prioritize high margin products, because we wanted to push those products out manually, and we noticed Google wasn't focusing much on them. So we made all these changes to push the products with high margins up. And we also had like a specific prepaid strategy, because running ads for COD brands versus running them for prepaid brands is completely different as well. So we made some changes on the website as well, such as introducing trust batches and things like 100% secure payments in ads and everything like that. Yeah, we kept on refining the whole system. We A/B tested a lot of creatives, we reallocated a lot of budgets, and we always focus on scaling top performing campaigns. Now here's a final thing that I actually want you to understand. That is, the markets will change. If the market changes, or when the market changes, it's that the markets will change. And that is exactly why what worked well in 2020 doesn't work well now. So if you have a good product and you understand consumer psychology, you will never run out of business, because the platforms will change, your strategies will change, and your markets will change. It's not if, it's not when it will happen, it will happen. happen. It's guaranteed to happen. It has been happening. So unless you adapt to the new changing environment, you would constantly be fighting an uphill battle. And that is exactly the approach I want you to take moving forward into 2025. And if you don't believe me, then if you just look 4-5 years before, it was all about scaling with CBO campaigns, testing in ABO campaigns. It was all about, raising your budgets by 20%. And you could have like the shittiest ad, but it will still convert because Facebook had that data. There was low competition and not a lot of people were doing it. Then the market changed and we got the iOS 14 drama. And you had all the, UTM parameters, CAPI, all the tracking that went wrong. All of these things that happened. And then everybody started talking about using broad targeting, no interest, no lookalikes. Your open campaigns were ones that were working really well. Then everybody started to talk about how creatives is the next big thing, how UGC content is the next big thing. And by now, it's like more saturated than ever because everyone is using the same UGC scripts. The moment you scroll, you see a UGC ad, you instantly know that it's an UGC ad. So UGC ads was what worked well in the past, but now it doesn't have the same effect it had earlier. And then everybody started talking about offers after reading $100 million offer book by Alex Hormozy, and then it became all about offers. So all of this just to tell you that markets will change, and unless you adapt to it by doing the way that I showed you, you're going to be constantly fighting an uphill battle. I can tell you that because we've used the same strategy across multiple different clients and we are seeing amazing results. So for this brand here, we just spent 19,000 and we made back 2.3 lakh rupees at a 12x ROAS. And this was just in a span of 2 to 3 days. For another client here, 82,000 rupees spent, 9x ROAS, 7 lakh made back and over 700 units sold. For this client here, before 9 a.m, we had crossed the 1 lakh rupee mark. And you can see the kind of scale that we are having as well, right? And this was actually the day that we discovered the winning angles, the winning objection handling angles that were working well, and we doubled down on them like crazy. So if it's already proven to work and you double down on it, that means that it's just going to get refined furthermore and it's going to get much better eventually. So now that you've seen the strategies, you've seen the results we're having, now it's your turn to take the action. We're opening up limited spot this month to bring in DTC brands that are looking to scale past the 1 CR mark. And I'm not saying this, to create scarcity and to create FOMO or anything like that. We genuinely can't work with more than 5 clients every single month because we like to give every single client the attention and support that they need in order to scale. And if we just bring on more clients, then we can't give that sort of attention. We really bring on just 5 high quality clients every single month, and we have them scale plus 1 CR per month mark profitably. So what I want you to do now is click the link in the description of this video, and you will be prompted to book a call. So on the call, we'll give you a tailored strategy to grow your e-commerce store profitably. You will learn the exact steps to improve your ROAS, increase your conversions, and scale sustainably. And this is not any fluff advice that I'll give you like change your offer, change your creative. This would be actionable insights specific to your niche and your particular challenges that you're facing. So book your 30-minute free call now before we run out of spots and before we stop bringing on more clients. But if you're not ready to book a call yet and you need more clarity, then what I would want you to do is click the second link below. That's going to take you to a quick free presentation that I've made, and it's going to give you all the clarity that you need, all the processes and all the systems that we've built to scale other e-commerce brands plus 1 CR per month profitably. And I'll break it down step by step so that you can just take those steps and you can apply it with your brand in this year and actually get the results that you're looking for. And just by watching the free training, you'll also discover the exact systems that we are using right now to generate record-breaking months for our clients. And look, it's completely free for now, and it has the power to completely change the trajectory of your business in a positive way. And look, scaling past that 1 CR per month mark is within our reach, and we are here to help you make that happen. And feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or you can email me. And yeah, we look forward to helping you grow your brand. Also, like, subscribe, share, do all of those things to this channel. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.